Good morning, students. Welcome to another session on noun. So, we have done what is noun, kinds of noun, then we have done compound nouns, and today the session is on possessive nouns. So, let's from the word itself, what does possessive noun mean? Possessive noun, for example, I'll explain this with the help of an example. When I say this is Renu's, this is Renu's book. Okay. So this noun here is Renu's book. I have put an apostrophe. So what does it mean? This book belongs to Renu. So Renu has a possession or the ownership on this book. So therefore it is Renu. So the noun from Renu, simple Renu, when it changes to Renu and apostrophe S, it shows possession. That is, it is her book. Is that clear? So let's take up few examples which shows that there is an ownership or possession. For example, when I say Tagore's play, Tagore's plays, right? Tagore's, all the plays written by Tagore. Then we have children's playground. The playground meant for children. Children's playground. Mr. Narang's house. Narang's means the house belongs to Mr. Narang. So it is as simple as that. Now, why should we learn this is the question, right? So where you will find errors in this, or where you are likely to make mistakes is in the various types of noun which shows possession, right? So the rule number 1, if it is a simple noun, it is a singular noun. Okay, when it is a singular noun, just will put apostrophe S to denote possession. For example, rule number 1, for example, singular noun, Rita's pen, Rohan's shirt. Okay, this is singular noun. To show possession, we have just added S. Okay, now in the case of plural nouns, what we do, will not add S, plural. It's already S is there, we'll not add plural, we'll just put apostrophe at the end. For example, boys. Boys is a plural form, right? Then we have officers. Officers, girls. All these are the plural form. So how will we make it into this thing? By just writing boys hostel. Officers, just apostrophe, will not add S because already S is there in the end and it denotes plural. So when it is a plural noun, we just add apostrophe at the end to denote, to make it as a possessive noun, right? So officers institute or officers mess. Girls room. Teachers table or teachers room. Is that clear? So if it is singular, we add apostrophe S. When it is plural, we put just apostrophe at the end. Now, the third case, where we have when the noun is plural and does not end in S. For example, noun is plural is plural, but when it does not end in S, end in S to denote plural form. So for example, men, children, right? These are the words, they are plural, but they do not end in S. So how do we use possessive? How do we make it possessive? By adding apostrophe S. Men's wear, children's park. Okay, this is rule number 3. Okay, this is plural but does not have S in it. So we just put apostrophe S to make it plural. Okay, now one very important thing. We make possessive only in the case of living things, right? Not for non-living objects. Okay, living things plus to denote time, denote weight, denote time, weight or distance. To denote time, weight or distance, we like an hour's time. I'll be back in an hour's time. Okay, for example, an hour's time, meters, or you can say meters length. Of cloth or whatever. Okay, then we can have a week's holiday. We've got a week's holiday. Okay, but very important, what I'm trying to tell you is we don't say table's leg. Table's leg. It is a non-living thing and we will not use possessive with this. Rather, what would we say? We would say leg of the table. Okay? Cupboard's handle. No, it is incorrect to say cupboard's handle. What we say is handle of the cupboard is broken. Is that as simple as that? Okay? Now, next we are coming to compound nouns. We have done what are compound nouns. Nouns which are made up of two or more than 2 words. They are called compound nouns. Now, how do we show possessive in that? Okay, I told you how to change it into plural. For example, it is sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Okay, these are all examples of compound noun. If we have to make it plural, we say make it as sisters-in-law, brothers-in-law. But when we have to show possessiveness, that is rule number 5, say sister-in-law. This is a compound noun, right? When we have to make it plural, we added S over here, right? This is the principal word, we added S. But when we have to make it possessive, we add apostrophe S. Sister-in-law's house. Sister-in-law's behavior is not good. Okay, I had gone to my sister-in-law's house. That is the house which belongs to sister, my sister-in-law, right? So this is how we make possessive in the case of compound. Now, for example, we have women athletes, right? This is also compound noun, and I told you when we make it plural, we change both of them into women athlete and women athletes, right? So now when we have to, I told you what is the rule for making possessive in the case the words which end with S. So this athletes end with S. So all we have to make it by just adding an apostrophe. Women athletes feat, achievement. So this shows possession, right? This is how we change in the case of compound nouns. Now coming to when there are two. Now coming to the next one, when there are 2 nouns. Okay, 2 nouns in possessive case, They two nouns in possessive case denote plural. For example, when I say Rams and Shams, Rams and Shams fathers, are meeting today. So what does this sentence mean? Meeting today. Now quickly look at this. Rams and Sham is fathers of Ram, and Ram's father and Sham's father. Okay, but when I say Ram and Sham's father, that means there is one father who has two sons, Ram and Sham. Father is only one. Okay, when I have put apostrophe only in the end of Sham, that means father of Ram and Sham. Understood? So be very mindful of this. Now coming to some of the indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns, for example, somebody, nobody, anybody. These are all indefinite. Anybody. Okay, and when we have to use the word else with them, so how do we use? For example, how to use else with this, we will say, for example, this is his book. Is this his book? No, it is somebody else. Do we say see, for example, I'll write the sentence. This is his book. No, I think we have to add else with indefinite pronoun. I think it is somebody. We don't say somebody's else. Okay, this is incorrect. We say somebody else's. We add apostrophe with else and not with the indefinite pronoun. Is that clear? So in other some other pronouns also, for example, here we generally make mistakes in the case, like when we write an application, in the end we lie. Most of the students make this error. Okay, and what is that error? The error is with adding apostrophe, yours truly. Okay, students, so here is the error, and this is a very, very common error all of you make. So you don't put apostrophe here. Okay, it's incorrect. You just write yours truly. And the difference in the use of its and it's an apostrophe s. Now this is a possessive one. This is used for the possessive case, and this is the contracted form of, for example, there is. This is the contracted form of it is. It is shortened and written like this. It's, okay, with apostrophe s. Whereas its, when it's written together, then it is used as a possessive case. Remember. Okay, for example, a car is no good. For example, a car is no good without its wheels. Without its wheels. Here, this is the possessive indication of possessive. Okay, its wheels. Whose wheels? Car's wheels. Right? So now today's session, what all did we do? quick recap of what all we have covered. So when do we use possessive? To show possession or the ownership. Okay, so if it is a singular noun, we just add apostrophe s and make it as possessive. Rekha's pen, Rekha's book, Rekha's table. Okay, then in the case it is plural, noun is plural ending with s, plural ending with s, then we just do not add s to show possession, but just an apostrophe does. For example, boys room, boys hostel, officers mess. Okay, and if a noun is plural and it does not end in s, for example men and children, then we just put an apostrophe and s. Okay, and another thing you remember, that non-living things do not, we cannot make possessive out of non-living things, but yes, with living things, uh, personified nouns, time, then it could be weight, time, weight, or distance. When we have to indicate that, in that case we can make it possessive. Okay, and then I talked about how to make possessive of compound nouns, then with indefinite pronouns. So we wrap up with this session on possessive nouns. Until then, stay tuned, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you.